Okay, so think about this for a second. When you're watching a play or a movie, all your attention is on the actors, right? Their words, their faces. But what if I told you that there's another actor on that stage? A massive one that's always there, always talking to you, but you might not even be noticing it. I mean, just look at this. Yeah, we see a person, but that's not all we see. We see a whole world. Those giant stairs, that single lonely spotlight, all that darkness, that's not just wallpaper. That's an active player in this story. It's a character, and it is shaping every single thing that you feel right now. And this quote from Professor Amr Ebed just absolutely nails it. This is the key to everything we're talking about today. The idea that the space isn't just a box that holds the action. The place itself performs. So let's start by kind of tearing down that old-fashioned idea of a set. We have to think way, way bigger than just a simple background for the actors to stand in front of. Think about it like this. The world of the story has its own personality, right? It has its own motives, its own voice. Sometimes it's an ally, helping the characters along, and sometimes it's their biggest enemy, designed to trap them, to intimidate them, to crush them. So, what do we call this? This art of making the space an actor? Well, it has a name, and it's the secret key to understanding this entire language. Okay, this right here is probably the most important distinction we're going to make. We all know the term set design. That's what we see, the chairs, the tables, the walls. But scenography? Oh, that's different. That is all about what we feel. It's like the emotional architecture of the entire story. So, to put a finer point on it, scenography is the art of crafting that entire world. It's a visual language, and its only goal is to grab the atmosphere by the throat and control what the audience is feeling. The takeaway here is that it's not about decoration, it's about emotional manipulation. All right, I know this might all be sounding a little abstract, so let's bring it down to earth. Let's take one super simple everyday object and see how scenography can totally flip its meaning on its head. I love this idea. Just let that sink in. A door on a stage is never, ever just a door. The moment you put it in a specific place, under specific lights, in the context of a story, it stops being a simple object and becomes a symbol. Now, look at these doors. They feel heavy, don't they? Old. You can almost smell the dust. With those portraits hanging there, it just screams history, family legacy, maybe even secrets. This isn't just about getting from room to room. This is about the weight of the past. But see, in a different story, that exact same kind of door could be the one and only way out, an escape, a chance at a new life. It could be the single most hopeful object on the entire stage. And then you get this. Whoa, totally different vibe. That glowing light is harsh, unnatural, set against this oppressive black wall. This doesn't feel like hope, does it? This feels like a threat, like an interrogation room, or maybe something that isn't even from this world. It's a point of no return. And there you have it. That's the power of scenography. The exact same object, a door, can be transformed from a symbol of hope into a symbol of death. The thing itself didn't change, but what it's saying to us, that changed completely. So how do they do it? How does a scenographer actually pull this off? Well, they've got a whole secret toolkit they use to build these emotions. Let's take a little peek inside. It really all comes down to these elements. They're like dials on a control panel. How is the space used? Is it huge and empty to make a character feel small, or is it tight and claustrophobic? What about the colors, the lighting, the textures? Is one character standing on a platform high above everyone else? Every single one of these is a choice, designed to tune our feelings. When you look at a really complex scene like this one, you can see all those tools firing at once. You've got levels, you have these futuristic textures, this super dramatic lighting. It's all working together to control what we expect is going to happen next, and to make us feel this sense of awe, and maybe just a little bit of fear. But you know what the absolute best part of all this is? You don't need a special class to understand it. I promise you, you are already a fluent native speaker of the language of scenography. You use it every single day of your life. Just look at these two rooms. No actors, no dialogue, not one word is spoken, but you know everything, don't you? On the left, it's all about comfort, safety, fun. On the right, it's punishment, loneliness, and despair. You're reading the room using the exact same skills you'd use in a theater.
So let's actually ask those questions. That movie room, is the space a friend or an enemy? Oh, it's a total friend. And what do we know about the person who lives there? They like to be cozy. Are they safe? Absolutely. Now the prison cell. The space is the enemy. The person is a number. And are they safe? Not a chance. See? You already knew all the answers.
So here's your mission if you choose to accept it. The next time you're watching anything, a movie, a TV show, anything at all, make a conscious effort to shift your focus. Stop just watching the people for a minute and start watching the space. Listen to what the room is trying to tell you. Because in the end, this is what it all boils down to. An actor can say the line, "I love you," but if they say it in a cold, massive, empty warehouse, do we really believe it? The actor delivers the words, yeah, but it's the space around them that tells us how we should really feel. The space gets the final word.